going on, guys? Happy Friday, or at least happy Friday for you guys, because by the time you're watching this video, it's going to be a Friday at some point. But yes, you guys are joining me on my road trip. Just left the house a little bit ago and heading north, because I live in Florida and that's really the only way I can go. I mean, I could go south, I'd get as far as Key West, and then it'd be just water after that. But it's early, and I hate getting up early. I really, really hate getting up early. I'm not a morning person. I'm far from being a morning person. But I do love road trips, and I am excited for all the fun things I'm going to get to do on the way. So that was a little bit of motivation for me to get my ass out of bed this morning. Tonight I should be staying, if all goes well, in Biloxi, Mississippi at the hotel I booked yesterday. I better be staying there because I can't get a refund on the hotel. So I've made it to the Battleship Memorial Park in Alabama, in Mobile, and I'm impressed. There's tanks, there's airplanes, there's helicopters, there's a Vietnam memorial that's pretty cool. Time for me to go exploring. Yep, that's a tank. Kind of tempted to crawl inside it, but there's two things wrong with that. One is the sign on the front of the tank that says don't climb inside of it, or on it, or around the fence. And the other thing is that I remember what happened at Fort Sumter 2 years ago. Dude, check it out. It's an old cannon. Wonder how you figure this thing out. Let me see. And close this part right here. If I pull this button... Shit! Run. Didn't get caught, but I don't want to make that mistake again. Battleship Memorial Park. Why Battleship Memorial Park? Because I've never actually seen all these planes and tanks and really cool military stuff up close. And I probably never will again, being as I'm never going to join the military. It's just not my thing. If it's your thing, that's great. But for me, it's not. I didn't do it. Y'all expected me to do it, didn't you? Well, I didn't. And you know why? Because I have self-control. Kind of. Oh shit. Run. Okay, quick guys, before I ditch out of here, check it out behind me. I'm pretty sure that's Captain America's private plane. Gotta go. Biloxi is absolutely beautiful. Oh my god, even at night. It's a town full of like casinos and, well, mostly casinos. What the hell else am I saying? Southern city, a lot of casinos. Basically, it's like a very southern Las Vegas, as far as I'm concerned. However, it does have this one very historical piece of architecture, the Biloxi Lighthouse. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Actually, it's more than just this one historical piece of architecture. It does have the Jefferson Davis house as well. Like when Jefferson Davis retired, he lived there, which is also pretty cool to look at. Pretty, right? And there's the water behind me, but it's not as tall as a lot of the lighthouses that we have back in Florida. See, like some of the lighthouses we have back in Florida, like the St. Augustine Lighthouse, a lot taller, really. I was told this one isn't quite as exciting to go to the top of. Plus, to get to the top of it, you have to go between 9 and 10 in the morning because it being cast iron, it heats up quite fast. So I got a ticket for the Jefferson Davis Presidential Library. I'm gonna say this before I go in there. I think it's nice that they gave him a library because he was a Confederate president. So I think that's rather nice of them to give him a library. And there's his home, Beauvoir. Look. There's the house, and there's the beach. Well, this is something I didn't think I'd be doing in Biloxi. Sitting in a rocking chair on Jefferson Davis's front porch, looking at the beach. I can see why he bought this house. It's nice. There's a cemetery behind his house. It would appear as though Mr. Jefferson Davis had some quiet neighbors. Oh hell no, I've seen Final Destination 3. I ain't fucking around with that, not today. Made it to Austin, and I'm starving because I haven't had anything to eat since Biloxi. So I stopped on Rainy Street because, as recommended by a friend of mine, he said there were a lot of food trucks up here, and he was definitely right. There are a lot of food trucks, and the reason I'm going there is because they have some of the best local food. Alright, so you guys are gonna love this, right? I decided to eat at a food truck in Austin, and to get to the food truck, I had to walk like through a dark alley to get to it. Like this really narrow, like dirt path kind of way to get to the food truck. So I'm hoping this food is going to be really good, because it really is literally like just a little like hole in the wall place. Okay, it looks pretty amazing. Let's see if it passes the taste test. Oh fuck yeah. Food trucks have the best food ever. I wasn't sure about Austin. I had never really heard too much about it, like for fun things to do, but luckily I know a few people in Austin and they were able to give me some tips on what to do. That's how I got to the food truck last night, because they told me the area where all the food trucks are. But you know what I didn't realize was how big Austin actually is. It's a really big city and very spread out too. I think it's actually bigger than Orlando. I think. I'm not sure, but that would be something I'm going to probably look up. Anyway, I'm back on the road. Next stop, San Antonio. I made it to the Alamo, San Antonio. I think that's one of the things that San Antonio is most known for, but everyone's telling me to also go down to the Riverwalk and eat some Tex-Mex food while I'm here. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad that I came to see the Alamo, but it's not something that I was super excited about or anything that was super thrilling. I probably won't be back here. And I gotta be quite honest, the staff here are not very friendly and not very knowledgeable. When I asked them some questions about the Alamo, they seemed to be drawing some blanks. I travel quite a bit, and when I go somewhere, I expect the staff to be knowledgeable and somewhat friendly. Here, not so much. The Scenic Riverwalk is amazing. Alright, I'm gonna put San Antonio on my list of places that I would definitely want to visit again, because it's beautiful and there looks like there's so much to do here. Just by walking around on the Riverwalk, I can tell that there's a lot to do here. Seriously, if you have high blood pressure, just come live in San Antonio and do the Riverwalk like once a day or once a week. So I'm on this Riverwalk and look at what I stumble across. Look behind me. And then look in front of me over there. They have like a theater that goes across the river. Like they have stage shows on the other side of the river, and they seat people on this side over here. That's crazy. It's an amazing concept and it's an awesome setup. I really love this place. Seriously, I could walk around here all day if I wasn't on a tight schedule. Here we go, into Mexico. All right.